All right, so today we're going to transition into chapter 9, which is all about statistics and statistical questions. Today we're just going to talk about statistical question. We're going to go next week into mean median mode and how to gather our data to make our graphs. But let's get into just one. We're just doing 9.1 today. What is a statistical question? So, statistics is the science of collecting, organizing, analyzing, which is like interpreting, and interpreting data. So that's statistics. So that's collecting, organizing, analyzing, and interpreting any data that you have. And the one way you collect data is called a statistical question. It's one of the ways that you can collect, organize, analyze, and interpret data. So a statistical question is one which you do not expect to get a single answer. So it's where you expect to get a variety of different answers, so you can then get a variety of data collection points, so then you can organize and analyze and interpret it. So if I ask you, what is the month we're in? The whole class, I'm going to get the whole, like, just one answer. I'm going to get April. But if I ask, what month were you born in? I'm going to get a variety of different answers. So what month you're born in is a statistical question. What day, what month we're in right now is just not a statistical question because it gets one answer. So these questions I have, so how many letters are in the alphabet? So every single one of us should get the answer 26. So since there's one answer for this specific question, it's not a statistical answer for the question. How many centimeters are in 1 meter? It's 100. So since there's that one answer, then that's not a statistical question. How many letters are in the last name? Mine is K-N-A-P-P, so it's 5. But there are multiple different last names, so this would be a statistical question because you'll get a variety of different answers. What size shoe do you wear? Again, I wear a size 7. So there's different, your shoe is obviously a little bit smaller, may not be, maybe bigger. So it's a statistical question because we're all varying in size because we're varying different human beings. All right. So you conduct a science experiment on house mice. Your teacher asks, what is the weight of a mouse? So these are going to variety because mice vary in sizes. So this is a statistical question. You can also tell by all the different varying answers I got. So your 20, 18, 28, 20, 19. These in this chart, the weight in grams. So you weigh some mice and record the weights in grams in the table. Display the data in a dot plot. Identify peaks, clusters, and gaps in the data point. Okay, so the first thing we're going to need, let's see if we can do this, is a line, like a number line. Yes. And then we're going to need to label that number line with the numbers we have. So my lowest one is 18 and my highest is 28. So I'm going to label it 18 to 28, like a number line. 18, 19, 20, my best that I can do, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. Right, and then it's just a dot plot is just like a tally. You're going to tally how many numbers you have, but you're going to tally with dots. So 18, so I have 1, 2, 18. So dot. Can I make this thicker? Okay, so there's 2 18s. And then 19. There's 1, 2, 3. So dot 19. 1, 1, 2, 3. 3 dots on 19 on 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on 20. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 21. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. 22, there's 1. 23, there's 1. And then none for 24, none for 25. The next number is 27. 27 has 2. 1, 2. And then 28 has 1. Alright, so that's your dot plot. So again, it's just a number line with the numbers from least to greatest, and then it's just tallying in dots how many of that number that you have. So cluster. A cluster is a big grouping of the data that you have. So the cluster, that's a different color. The cluster would be this whole grouping. 18 through 23. That would be the cluster. The peak is kind of like a mountain peak. The highest tally of dot plot that you have, so the highest tally, the highest number is 20. So the peak would actually be 20. Because that's the most of that number that I have, the highest. And then the gap, you can see I end my cluster at 23, and then from that 23 to 27, 24, 25, and 26 do not have any dots or any tallies on them, data points. So then that is your gap in the data, because then it just skips to 27. So let me label that your gap. So you have a gap. This is your peak, because it's the highest tally of dots. And then 18 through 23 is called your cluster. And then if we use the distribution of the data to answer the question, if we go back up here, what is the weight of the mouse? Most of them would be in the peak, would be the cluster, which would be 20. Then we have, you record the high temperature every day while at summer camp in August. Then you create the vertical dot plot. So we already have this vertical dot plot created for us. Let me scroll down so you can see it. So right now we can tell, if we just look at this vertical dot plot, there are no gaps in it. It goes from 80 to 87. There's this peak right here. All right, so how many weeks were you at summer camp? So let's go back to the question. say every day you re-recorded. So each dot represents a day. So how many weeks were you at summer camp? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. So you got 28. So that is 7 days per week. 28 days. 4 weeks. Should really just type this. There you go. And then how can you collect this? What are your units? So you can collect this using a thermometer. Nowadays you could probably collect it using your weather.com, Google, Siri, Alexa, whatever internet resource that you use. And then what are the units? So it'd be Fahrenheit. Write a statistical question that you can use, that you can answer using the dot plot, then answer the question. Okay, so since it's about the high temperature, so your statistical question could be like, what are the daily high temperatures in August? What are the temperatures each day in August? So that could be your statistical question. And then you'd answer that by looking at the dot plot, and you can see that most of them revolve around 86. You can also say 81 too, so your answer could be either 81 or 86 degrees, because most are in between 81. Most are 81 or 86 degrees. So that's the statistical question, and that's a dot plot. I encourage you to replay this, try it yourself, read the book pages, try any example that I have, and then email me any questions that you have.